Hello ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to this video, a very warm welcome to another video of mine. Well, today I'm going to talk about the S&P 500. I'm going to tell you all how the S&P could behave in the next week. That is from the 10th of June 2024 until 14th of June 2024. Well, first let me tell you all about my predictions which I gave last week in front of you all. Yes, I had told you all that the S&P 500 this week, the week which has ended on the 7th of June 2024, will end in a positive territory. I had told you all clearly that I am bullish on the S&P 500 for this particular week, which has ended on the 7th of June 2024. And as you all can see on your trading screen, that has exactly happened. I had also told you all that if the S&P 500 starts to trade above a level of 5,326 in the next week for 90 minutes or more than 90 minutes, 1.5 hours or more than 1.5 hours, then you can easily assume that the S&P has turned bullish and you could see a gain of 25 to 30 points from those levels. And as you all saw on your trading screen, the S&P gave you all more than 30 points when it crossed a level of 5,326. I mean, when it started trading above that level of 5,326. Well, you'd agree with me that these predictions of mine were absolutely right. And I'm not telling this to brag in front of you all, show off in front of you all, or to impress you all, but to impress upon you all the power of astrology and numerology. With my more than 32 years of experience in astrology and numerology, I have been able to give you all such accurate predictions regarding the S&P 500. And I haven't done this for the first time. I have done this hundreds of times before in front of you all. So if you also want to know about your future, your business, your career, your job, your relationships, your love relationships, your romantic relationships, your marriage, your married life, your children, your property, your education, etc., 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 then also you may contact me. You may also contact me for a remedy, a solution to your problems. Yes, where there is life, there will be problems. And if you want to live the best possible version of yourself, then you can take this remedy for any problem. This is an Astro-Vastu and a spiritual remedy. So if you want to know about your future or if you want a solution to your problem, then you can WhatsApp me on the number given on this video. Well, now let me start predicting about the next week. Yes, my prediction regarding the S&P 500 for the next week, that is from the 10th of June 2024 until 14th of June 2024, is that the S&P 500 can trade from flat to negative during this week. Yes, it can close below that level of 5,347 where it closed on the 7th of June 2024. But that doesn't mean that the S&P 500 cannot go above that level of 5,347. Yes, it can go above that level of 5,347, but it would fall from those levels and could close below that level of 5,347 in the next week. So my prediction about the S&P 500 is that the S&P 500 could remain from flat to negative during the next week. However, I want to give you all a range of the S&P 500 for the next week. Well, my range of the S&P 500 for the next week would be that the S&P could trade between levels of 5,308 and 5,389 in the next week. And when the markets close next Friday, you could see the S&P trading below a level of 5,335. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here is something else for y'all. I want to tell y'all that if the S&P starts to trade below a level of 5,298 for 90 minutes or more than 90 minutes, 1.5 hours or more than 1.5 hours, then you can assume that the S&P has turned bearish and it could lose another 25 to 30 points from that level of 5298. And if it starts to trade above a level of 5389 for 90 minutes or more than 90 minutes, 1.5 hours or more than 1.5 hours, then you can easily assume that the S&P has turned further bullish and it could gain another 25 to 30 points from that level of 5389. Well, this is all I wanted to tell you all about the S&P 500 for the next week. And here I want to end my video. Jai Mata Di, Jai Ma Kali.